you like the level of aggression right there from Jason Tatum. Committed to scoring on the interior and draws the contact.
No good on the second free throw. You know, it's easy to focus on Jason Tatum scoring. But Doris, he's excellent in a number of areas.
Brian, he's a high-level rebounder. He now knows how to keep his teammates involved. He's competitive on the defensive end and willing to absorb a big-time assignment. He has got a complete game.
Outside Holiday. Back to Porzingis. 6 to shoot. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Shoots over Holmgren. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Celtics out in front, up by 4. We've got more hoops coming your way. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the Celtics here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Off target from three-point range.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Well, Jason Tatum has worked hard to fill out his frame. It's not going to bother him that you're bringing a level of physicality.
Blocked! And they get it back. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot clock at 5. SGA takes it himself. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
White for 3. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's a 3-point game.
Timeout. We know we're talking about a skilled scorer in these open floor situations. Jason Tatum knows where to be.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Here's Oklahoma City now. .144 left in the first half of this one. Up top, Holmgren. From outside the arc. No luck on that one. Celtics lead by 5. Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
Well, Porzingis has tremendous mobility, so engaged on the offensive end. He has no problem finding open teammates.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Hallie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Ryan, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. And that one's good. Porzingis.
I tell you, at 7'3", to have that kind of body control, Kristaps Porzingis makes it look easy.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to Holiday. On the wing, Tatum. Three-pointer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Give him 8. Back to Dort. From the arc. Tatum pulls it in.
Oh, you have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
Gets it off. And so it's Boston with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. We'll be right back with you shortly. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Here's Holiday. He can't get that one to fall. Good work defensively by Caruso. Tatum pulls it in. Boston leading by 4. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren.
Celtics ball.
Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. It's good.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Pass to Tatum. Kick out to Brown. And here's Tatum. From outside, off the mark. Now here's Holmgren. Williams from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
Timeout.
Well, there's a mix of strength and agility that Jason Tatum is taking advantage of. Nice work in there.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. Thunder trail by 4. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup, finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Boston with the ball. The lead is 2. Oh, Porzingis getting it done inside.
Well, we know that Kristaps Porzingis can shoot the rock. He's a sweet shooting big, but you'd love to see him use his size in the paint.
Dort outside. Back to Williams. Good work defensively by White.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Tipped. Holiday with the ball. Caruso covers. Clock at 6. Here's Tatum. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Doris, it's hard to pick one, but Derek White is in the running for best defensive guard.
It's so true, and what Derek White does perhaps better than any other guard is block shots. When we talk about top arm ball defenders, he's also on that list. You want to talk about somebody who can get in the passing lane and be disruptive. He's on that list. Truly can do it all.
Outside, Brown. Back to Tatum. .102 left in the third quarter. Oh, and Porzingis powers it home.
Don't tell me I'm just a finesse big man. KP with the highlight reel material.
Inside. Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. Oh, got a piece of it. And here they come. Here's Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso outside. Hits it from the high post. Caruso's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
And they double up Porzingis. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thunder trail by 3. Pass to Caruso. Back to Williams. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. Chet not messing around inside.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Basket counts.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
22.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one.
25.
Boston out in front. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Ooh, the confidence from Holmgren inside.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Personal foul.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout. Clearly, wanting to address strategy with his team. To hear from Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Dagnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making 3s. Missing? Not so much. PA?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Outside for Dort. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
Tatum on the drive. Down low. Here's White. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Williams. Soft touch off the glass.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The Celtics with the lead. Right wing. Here's Tatum. Back to Porzingis. Pass to White. Over Holmgren. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Williams to take the lead. Pass to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. That three's off the mark. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to Tatum. Oh, deflected. Dort with a steal. .151 left in the final quarter. And another miss by Oklahoma City. They're just trying to hold on to this lead, Grant.
And right now, you just can't afford to be careless.
And Holiday powers it home.
Now, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. SGA showing off the athleticism there.
SGA, that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Six on the shot clock. Now here's White. Williams defending. Here's Porzingis. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here's Dort. Pounded by Tatum. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession here.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. Jaylen Brown picks one up.
Well, there's a level of aggressiveness that you must contend with Gilgeous-Alexander on the offensive end. You'd love to see him force the issue.
And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
This guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Back to Tatum. Pass to Holiday. Outside White. The shot by Holiday, no good. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Dort. Yes!
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
At the line for your defender, Williams.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good. And it's a 5-point game.
He knew what was riding on those foul shots and didn't mess around, making this a 2-possession game.
Pass to Tatum. Here's Porzingis. Count it!
The defense making it way too easy for him on that jump shot. He'll take that all night.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. Right side, Williams. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for 2, Williams.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 5-point game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
And Boston calls time here. 1 second left to play in the fourth. All right, guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk about here, but hey, this game is likely out of reach.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
We've got shirts. You got the noise. Let's hear it.
There's Tatum with the 3. Missed it. So we see Oklahoma City get the win here.